Warning, do not watch this video before going to sleep tonight. I have got something to show you that is made from pure nightmares. Are you ready? Ah! What's going on here? So, I am Alex, for one. That's nothing new, that's nothing special. It happens every now and again when the skin servers go down, the game can't download your personal skin, so it just puts the default Alex skin on there. But I have no face. Scary, right? That is horrifying to look at. I can't believe that you don't see more Minecraft skins without a face, because it's just petrifying to look at. But what's more interesting is I think that we've stumbled onto maybe a future update with this. Maybe something coming in Minecraft 1.12, or maybe even an update further in the future. But have we stumbled onto a new face technology in Minecraft? Because the skins by default come with the faces on them, and you download a skin and use it for yourself. If you open up the skin file, it has the head and you can see the face on it. For this to happen, for me to have no face on Alex, it means that the original Alex skin, or the skin that I'm using here, must not have had a face on it to begin with, otherwise the face would be there. So what I think, not confirmed, what I think though is maybe they're working on something that if you look around the room, your eyes will move, and you're like, the character will blink every now and again, and like just shut his eyes and blink and stuff. When you go to sleep, your eyes close. Wouldn't that be cool? That would be sick. Like on a multiplayer server, you're just wandering around with a friend and you look at your friend and your friend's just like, his eyes are looking at you and like he's blinking every now and again. Real level of sort of realism and spookiness. But that would also explain why we don't have a face, because obviously they won't be able to do that if the face was on the texture itself. The face would have to have its own programming in order to sort of look around and the eyes to move and blink and stuff like that. Maybe. Also, got some news. This is going to be the penultimate, which means one before last, episode of this series, temporarily, not permanently. We've caught up pretty much to the point of where we are in our main city, in our real Let's Build a City world. I know we've got the stadium, but obviously that's not completed, so we're not going to build that. And I know we've got a few little houses like the beach huts and a couple of other things, but not too much is left. We've pretty much caught up to where we need to be. So this series is going to go on to a temporary break while we do more on the main city, and then in a little while we'll come back to it again. We'll catch up to where we were, and it'll go on and on and on. I suppose I could like start doing the table and the room around it while we're waiting, couldn't I? I could lift it up and put this on a table. Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff that we could do. But anyway, today I want to build the Nazarene shops that we have down here. I think it's going to be a really cool block to do. Oh yeah, another reason why why we have to stop this series is because of the amount of blocks that we have left. We don't have all that many. Obviously we've got glass, which gives us a few, but there's something about using glass that I find really wrong. I don't know what it is, I just find using glass wrong. And we do have a couple of clays, and there are some other stuff, but in Minecraft 1.12, when it comes out, there's no release date as of recording this video for Minecraft 1.2, but it always happens. When I talk about a future update happening, it always seems to come out before this video comes out. It just always seems to do that. But at the time of recording this, there is no news on when Minecraft 1.2 is coming out. But when it does, we get a bunch new blocks in it, which is going to be perfect for this series. We get, what is it, like 12 or 16 concrete blocks. We get 12 or 16 terracotta blocks. Well, that's like over 30, that's like 34 blocks or so, including some extra ones that we'll be able to retexture. It's a lot of blocks. So what we're going to use today, I think we'll use a clay for this one. Oh no. Yeah, we'll be okay. We're going to use clay for this one, and we're going to build a 2-block wide building. It's going to go around about here. I think the building is next to the bridge, isn't it? It's about there. And this building is going to be the same texture on both of the blocks, because if you remember when we built the Nazarene one, if you don't, I'll show you a picture in a moment when we jump into Photoshop. It's basically the same building but twice. There's different shapes in the main city, or different sizes in the main city, but they use the same color palette, the same blocks in order to be made. So putting them next to each other, I think is going to work really well. So let's jump into Photoshop and I'll show you a picture of what we're going to try and recreate in a single block. Alright, also I just want to confirm, I don't know if that's really the case with Alex or not, if we're going to have blinking Minecraft characters in the future. It was just a conspiracy, just a thought. It might just be a bug, or they might have just been doing something with the skin and forgot to put the face back on. Who knows? But I like to think we're going to have blinking Minecraft characters in the future. This is what we're going to be building today, or texturing today. And as you can see, I think it's going to work really well in a one block texture form. There's some very straight lines in it. The buildings are very square, which works obviously very well. And I think we can do like this as one block and this as the same block, you know, and just place them next to each other. This block, obviously in the real city, as you can see, is thinner than this one. We'll be doing them roughly the same size, but I think it's going to work really well. Let's put that over there so I can see it. I retextured the clay block to be a base grey for us, so we can put everything on. I think, in fact, that's probably a little bit too light still. We want like a stone brick grey. So something... Did I click something then? I know I clicked hardness. A little bit darker. Yeah, that's more of a stone brick grey. Now, we want it like that because we're going to be doing some colouring, some lighter greys on it afterwards. And also, let's just grab a black because we're going to want to put in some dividing lines so we're going to know where each building ends. The smartest idea would be to put a break in the middle of the picture. Now, this is a 32 by 32-bit texture pack, which is obviously an even number, meaning we don't have an exact middle point. It doesn't really matter too much. It's just going to be like one off center, meaning this left building is going to be thinner than the other one, which is correct, so there's nothing to worry about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 blocks in between will be a good amount. 1, 2, 3. I could put that one. Oops. Whoa, hello. Put that one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there. Leaving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well that worked out better than I thought. We've got the big building in the middle here, including the black lines, and the smaller ones, the grayscale ones, are going to be in the middle. Alright, good start. Let's get rid of that line around the edge. It's annoying me. Let's start off by getting the sort of cyan clay grey. I really like working in grayscale. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I do drawing, like artwork in real life, I always like to use just pencils because I really like the grayscale look that you get from it. Just no colour, just that monotone shading. It's my favourite sort of way of drawing, and I do quite a lot of artwork here and there. I think some of you guys have seen some of my drawings before. If not, I'll have to show you one time, like on a vlog that we do at the first of every month. I'll have to show you it sometime, because I think they're pretty good. I like drawing cars, is what I like to do. I like drawing different cars, even cars that I've owned in the past, or just cars that I like. And yeah, they look pretty cool, I think, anyway. Let's do a window in here, like that. Is that a bit too high? I might make this window bigger. It's a little bit closer to the top. What if we done it like a 4x4 window? Like that. Yeah, I like artwork as well. Any artwork that is 4x4. Any artwork that has just grayscale in it, you know, like from professional artists, and my sort of favorite type of art. And I like any games that have that monotone. There's a few games out there that have absolutely no color involved with them. It's just like all that sort of grayscale, and it's up to your imagination almost to try and like imagine what it would be like in color. Even if it was just like a nighttime thing, or like a side scroller with just like black, what is it called, like shadows and outlines and stuff. I really like that. In fact, there's a game I like to play called Trials Fusion. I've played all of the Trials in the past, all the way back to Trials HD on the original Xbox. I'm sure some of you guys have seen me play it if you've been watching me on Xbox, which I know some of you do, you creepy people. But there's some levels in that people have made that have that sort of same side-scrolling black and white and grey sort of feel. There's just something about it that I really like. There's just something really cool about it, I find. But anyway, I've added blue now, so it's sort of ruined the whole effect of it, hasn't it? Let's put the door in here. These are just going to be the same, so we're not going to be able to fit the shop windows into these. We have the little, what is it? I think it's wool, isn't it? Or clay that goes around the doors here. We also have to have a little window in this section. Just a little one there, and a little one there. Then get the little bits of shine on the window. Tick, 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 tick. The windowsills. So we'll do some shading in a moment. This one also has the outline across the top. I'm going to do it in this grey. It has that little sort of canopy over the tops of these windows. These windows also have darker bits in them. I think I'm actually going to drop this down by a block. I think those windows are looking too tall, too large. I like the black ones though up the top. And then we need this grey here to go all the way across the top, because obviously, although in the picture the buildings are of different heights, in block form we need them all to be the same height, obviously. Okay, that's good. Let's give a little bit of shading on here. So we're going to want to have a darker grey, or the darkest grey. Maybe go down the side here and along the bottom, maybe underneath these, so they look like they're sort of poking out a little bit. Let's get a darker one of those as well, just to go on those two. Brings that out. We'll also use the same grey to go up here. We need a sort of just off whitey grey to put that in, give that a little bit of shade. Oh, that's good as well. And the same on here. I want a darker blue to go. Ooh, I might be a little bit too dark. Oh no, that's okay. To go above the windows. And I also want a darker grey to go darker than this grey to go above the windows as well. Because if you look very carefully on the picture, we actually have upside down stairs there. And it sort of makes it a very shadowed area beneath it. So I think that's going to work quite well. Let's grab this grey, go even darker. Well, not that dark. That's like black. There we go. For that part. Gives us a little bit of shading on the top there. I think that's pretty good for these two buildings here. Looks almost church-like because of the amount of grey that we've got. However, that's now going to change when we add the brown and stuff to this one. So brown is a hard colour to actually find in a hue shader. It's usually, or it is, it's not usually, it always is, in orange. And it's around here, as you can see. It can be quite hard to get like the exact brown that you want. We want like a spruce brown, which is obviously a very, well, not spruce brown, a dark oak brown, which is a very dark colour. So we'll do that, and we want... You know, that should work well. It's not quite as dark oak is, but I think it's going to be good enough for us. And then we want a red. I don't like going to the brightest red to go along here. And then what colour was it above it? Was it purple or something that we had above that? I think it was purple that we had above that. It was like a purpley clay, purpley bluey clay. That's too pink. Purpley bluey clay. Yeah, that's more like it. It's sort of what the original block of this was, isn't it? It was a purple, and then we want white. I don't know why I went into green to get white then. And then we have the brown start again. So that's sort of the entrance area. This is going to be the first area that goes to windows. So we're going to put this in here. Notice how it's not in line with these other windows. It's not on the main picture. We're then going to have the split in between and have another window section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Hello. 7. So they're now the same size. Perfect. We're going to be able to get the same size windows in. And then we need a light grey, something like this, maybe even a little bit lighter for the real bright, almost... Well, I think it is quartz, isn't it, up here? I can't remember. I think it... Did we use quartz for this bit? Quartz or snow? It might be snow. Up here, it definitely wasn't clay because these blocks are clay. Along here, but that, ooh, that's very close. Well, I know it is on the actual picture. We should probably add a little bit of blue into that as well. Clay has a little bit of a blue hue to it. Put those in like that, and there. Yeah, that stands out a little bit more. I think when we get into Minecraft itself, it's going to stand out even more than that as well. Oh, I've also been forgetting I need to cover up the black areas. Obviously, we don't want to have... we don't want to have black lines down the side. Also, this purple isn't right. More blue. There we go. It's more on the blue scale than it is on the purple scale. Yeah, I think that's better. Red. This whitey grey and this brown. That brown and that black go really well together as well. We might do the window. Oh no, the windows are white in this area. Okay, like that. Door. We can put a store window in this one as well. We put the door in here, and then we get this blue back for the windows. We always try and keep the same blues when we're on the same block, and then it all sort of blends in a little bit then. For the windows, we're going to want to have I think maybe that. And then do the same one over here. This one. And this one. White. Ooh, hello. Undo. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that one. Oh, and a windowsill. I'll put that in here. I forgot about the windowsills. That's okay. Windowsills go in there, and then we have the same window again up above. I'm just going to copy this one. Put that up here. Up on... keep it down. And I'm going to grab this window. Oops. To go here. Let's combine all those layers together as well. There we go. We don't get that happen again. Marvellous. I think that's pretty good. Let's shade it up. We'll grab the darker blue for above these windows here. The darker blue is such a nice touch. We didn't do any of that at the beginning of this series. We were just sort of keeping the windows the same. But boy, does it just make that difference having that little bit of shading on the window. There's just something about it. Let's grab this brown and get a darker one to shade up a little bit. In fact, I might do something like this. What if we done something like we were making a little bit of a what do you call it, plank texture, and we get like a few different browns to try and give the impression that it is oak plank, dark oak planks. I reckon we could pull something off with this. This would be really cool and unique. You know, it doesn't look bad with two colours, but I reckon if we keep going with it, let's go even darker, almost black. Yeah. And use this one a little bit more sparsely. And then we want one highlight brown, a lighter brown than the base coat. Maybe something like this. Yeah, just as a little highlight. And again, sort of like the dark one, the very dark one, we use this a little bit more sparingly, just occasionally. I think that looks like dark oak planks, and I bet in Minecraft it's going to look even more like it. Let's grab ourselves a little darker texture to go around here, and maybe a little bit on there and on there. Maybe I should do that on here as well. I think it's a little bit too dark, to be honest. I think this is much more, yeah, that's much more suitable for that one. And I will put it there, but not on this one. Not on that one. Okay, I should just be able to copy and paste that building now, if we've got everything right. Copy and paste. Excellent. Let's go and see what it looks like. Alright, I'm ready. I'm excited. I think this is going to work really well. I'm hoping the dark oak planks are going to look really nice on the front of here. We also need to find out what we want to put on the top of this. We might use, maybe the cathedral top might look good, or just a blank one. Hello? Load? There we go. It's like, come on, I can waste time on this. That's so cool. That works really well. I might use that block more around this miniature city just because I can. I think that looks fantastic. Always surprises me. They look so much better in Minecraft than they do in Photoshop. You just got to learn how to sort of trust it at the beginning. That looks so cool. Maybe I should have made these colors, like the second building, a different color, like with the orange instead. I'll do that. I'll be back. How about that? Now that is probably one of my favorite buildings we've done on this series. I think it looks great from all sides, and you don't get that too often, do you, in this series? You know, sometimes it only looks good from the front and it doesn't make sense on the side and the back. But that looks really cool. I'm actually super impressed. Yeah, just imagine that in like little space filling areas. Ah, so pleased. Alright, well that's a good place to end then, isn't it? If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode, which is going to be the final episode for at least now. We'll be building a skyscraper, okay? Bye!